That's second place. We're in a really strong position for the race tomorrow.
Hello and welcome to Hungary, guys. This is round 10 of the F1 2013 Career Mode Championship Season 2 here in Hungary, as I just mentioned before. We managed to qualify in second place in qualifying in pretty wet conditions. It was almost pelting it down with almost torrential rain, but I managed to get in second place. Fernando Alonso is starting on pole, and my teammate Nico Rosberg in third place. So Nico having some good form in the last couple of races, and hopefully he can convert this into another podium in this race. So we're waiting for the 5 red lights to go out now, and away we go here in Hungary. Looks like we got off to a pretty tardy start. Lots of wheel spin there in first gear, and let alone second, third and fourth gear, where I tend to struggle. We're losing even more time to the cars around us. Looks like there's a Mclaren there on the inside, so Mclaren of Sergio Perez doing very well in this race. Hopefully he can convert that into a nice solid finish there for that team, but we managed to settle into second fairly nicely with Fernando Alonso pulling away in that lead position. So Fernando doing all that he can in the championship now just to get a string of race wins together, and he's proving to be a very big threat in this championship. But lap 2 we've caught up to the back of Fernando, and we've actually run wide out of turn 1, and that's going to cost us a position to Nico Rosberg potentially. There he goes up into second place. So unfortunately we're moving backwards in this race a little bit, and we'll need to get past our teammate once again if we want to have a shot at Fernando Alonso for the lead of this race. So things going pretty smoothly so far for Fernando, and at lap 4 we've got the DRS on our teammate Nico Rosberg, and we should in theory go flying past him, and we do, coming into turn 1. Brake nice and early this time, don't stuff it up, but Nico has the undercut, but he backs out of it there strangely, almost like it was team orders or something like that. But either way we got the position, and now a couple laps later on lap 8 we've managed to claw in the lead of Fernando Alonso, and we're right behind him again. So it looks like at this phase of the race, either Fernando is struggling or he's saving his tyres and fuel. It's pretty interesting to note what is actually happening here, as I started on the prime tyres, whereas the rest of the field is on options. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. Fernando Alonso runs wide and crucially gives us the lead, so potentially this could have a massive impact on the championship. Fernando just gifting me the lead, and now I'm going to try and stretch away as much as possible while I've still got fresh tyres compared to the rest of the field who are on options. But lap 14, Nico has actually come from a long way back, and he's proving to be very fast at this phase of the race, briefly getting the lead, but now I get the lead back once again as he had a poor run out of turn 4, I believe it was. So now it's lap 20, and the leaders have actually caught up to me despite making a pit stop. That's how much time I've leaked in the last couple of laps. I'm trying to stretch out my primes to lap 22 or 23, but they're not having any of it. All 4 tyres are brick red. I've got my teammate trying to storm up the inside, but I'm having none of that. I'm going to try and defend my line, defend my position as much as possible. This is for the championship, as Vettel is a long way down the order, and we could gain a lot of points on him in this race. But we lock up coming into turn 3, and that means Fernando gets another gift again, like he did to me. It's pretty much Christmas with gift giving here, and Fernando gets the lead back. So it's only going to be a matter of time before my teammate gets second place off of me, and I'll be trying to not lose as much time as possible. I've got to stretch out these tyres for at least another lap, and I'm going to try and do that, because if I can try and concede as little time as possible, I'll be on the option tyres for the rest of the race, and I'll have a lot of pace over the rest of the field. So I'm trying to make this work while I skip to lap 23 here. Fernando and Nico Rosberg stretch out a little bit of a lead. It was about 10 seconds or something like that. So that's just how much time I lost by staying out those extra 2 laps. So that might, in fact, cost me a lot in terms of strategy or even position later on in the race. So I'm going to have to push like crazy for the next few laps and for pretty much the rest of the race, and hope that the 2 leaders have a lot of tyre wear later on in the race on their prime stint. So it's going to be a big gamble, this strategy, and hopefully it's going to work out. We'll just have to wait and see how it turns out at the end of the day. So here we are on lap 25. We finally made some inroads on the cars ahead, and firstly we're getting past Nico Rosberg up the inside into turn 1, and there we go up into 6th place. So solid 8 points we're going to grab so far if we maintain position, but we're not done yet. We still want to move up the field further And next on our list is Felipe Massa, who made the same mistake that Fernando Alonso did at the start of the race. He's trying to go up the inside of Sebastian Vettel, but it doesn't work out too well for him there. We grab his spot for P5, and next up is Sebastian Vettel, the championship leader, and it'll be crucial to get in front of him as his tyres are about to go off the cliff, I believe. So hopefully we can get past him as soon as possible. It looks like he might be pulling into the pit lane very soon. He stopped on lap 15, I believe, so the option tyres seem to be doing about 15, 16, maybe even 17 laps if you can stretch them out long enough. So it's about time Vettel comes in for his stop. But we're going to go up the inside of him with the help of DRS. And there we go, up into P4. So next up is Sergio Perez, I believe, in that McLaren. So he's doing well so far in this race, but only a lap later we've managed to catch him up since he's on older tyres. So here we go, he's pulling into the pit lane, so that makes it position 3 for us without having to burn the tyres or the fuel, trying to make an overtake there. So there we go into P3, and Nico Rosberg is a long way up the road. He's 30 seconds up the road, so I don't think we're going to catch him in this stint or anytime soon, to be honest. So we're pretty much going to have to settle for third place, possibly. Unfortunate that the first stint strategy didn't work out, but I thought Hungary, a track where it's really tough to overtake, I really thought I could have managed to maintain position in that first stint, but unfortunately it didn't work out. I made that silly mistake in a turn 3 and Fernando got away. So hopefully that doesn't cost us too much in the championship. We're about halfway through this Grand Prix, so we've got a little bit of time to make up those positions, but to be honest, the two leaders are a long way up the road, so unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to make up that ground. So we'll pretty much have to settle for 4th place or 3rd place effectively as we rejoin in front of Sergio Perez, who we were battling a couple of laps ago. So it's positive to see that we're able to rejoin in clean air, get on with our race. And this middle stint here was pretty uneventful, so now we're coming in forward. It should be our 3rd pit stop of the day. And what the hell just happened there?
That was a big impact. Let me know you're okay.
I'm out of the Grand Prix, lads. Apparently, that was enough damage to put me out of the Grand Prix. Fair enough. That was a pretty hefty impact on the replay there. But I didn't lose a wheel. I don't think I've had a crash or a DNF where I've not lost a wheel. That's very weird. So that's this Grand Prix over, guys. I'm sorry that it had to end like this. But until the next video, guys, I'll see you next time. No, I'm just kidding. How could I leave you guys in the dark like that? We're going to use a flashback like any noob would, and we're going to rejoin this race in a nice and handy 3rd place with that pit stop still yet to come. So now lap 47, I actually stayed out another 2 laps for some reason. I don't know why I just didn't pull into the pits. I had a change of heart and decided to stay out for another couple of laps. Why not? I'm putting on another set of prime tyres because I planned to do another couple of option stints, but I think if I would have used another 2 option stints, I would have ran out of tyres. So I didn't want to do that, so I used a prime set for the second last stint, and then I'll use a brand new set of options for the final stint, and we'll see how that goes. So here we go, lap 48, coming out of the pits in 5th place, I believe it is, with a few cars up the road. I believe most of them are lap cars, but the other 2 are Kimi Räikkönen and Mark Webber, possibly. Sergio Perez has dropped back, so the car who's in front of Räikkönen is yet to pit, I believe it is. So we'll see how that turns out. But coming into turn 1, it looks like we're going to dive bomb Räikkönen from a long way out, and we get the move done, so pretty proud of that. But that's mainly down to fresh tyres. So it's actually Vettel who's in 3rd place. So I thought it was Mark Webber, but we get the move done on him too. We lose the back end there, and we get 3rd place anyway. So now it looks like we're actually pulling out of the way and letting Vettel through for some reason. I have no idea why I did this at the time of making this this gameplay, but it seems there was something illegal about that pass that made me want to let Vettel back through again. So now on lap 53, we're going to readdress that and get back up the inside again and get P3, but Vettel gets shoved out wide. No contact though, he just ran himself out of road pretty much. And now lap 55, we caught up to the back of our teammate now, Nico Rosberg, who I hear has been having some brake problems. So he's actually dropped, what, 30 or 40 seconds in the last couple of laps. He came in for a pit stop. I'm not too sure if that was to fix the issue, but clearly it's not working. and he's actually leaking a lot of time. So we're going to jump him in just a matter of seconds time as we come up to a braking zone. He's going to brake early. Watch him. And there we go. Trying to go up the inside. Nico's just got no pace. He's trying to nurse some kind of issue there, but hopefully he gets to the finish there, as it was so disappointing for him to get so far up the field, get so far into this race, and then to have that kind of issue is just really frustrating, and it really costs us in the championship in terms of the constructors. So hopefully that issue doesn't put him out of the race, and hopefully he gets better somehow. But lap 60, we're making our final pit stop of the day. A nice 10 lap stint to the end on option tyres, and yeah, that was pretty much the race. Nothing else really happened after that. We just settled for second place, and then we got to the end, and nice 18 points to add to the tally.
Second place. Brilliant driving. Brilliant driving.
So there we have it. The Hungarian Grand Prix is over. And to be honest, I feel so bad about that incident with the Caterham there, where I crashed out and had to use a flashback for the first time in career mode ever. I just felt like I owed it to you guys to finish off the video after getting an hour into that race. I just owed it to you guys to give you guys a proper race. So that's the reason why I did it. And in the driver's standings, we're taking a proper beating to Fernando Alonso. He's just on such a good run of form at the moment. I don't think we can stop him, to be honest, but crucially, we're finishing ahead of Vettel, so we're easing ever so slightly towards him in the standings. But what can we do about Fernando? Can we stop his run of form? I hope we can make a charge for the championship starting in Spa. But if you haven't already, leave a comment in my previous video saying which team I should drive for the rest of the season. The votes are still counting, so that's going to take effect for Spa onwards. So get voting, and I'll see you guys in the next race.